You're the rapper.
Debuting on pole, taking the first pole in Division 2, we have Juice followed by Elusive Fridge with a really impressive performance. Vaslinkock and OTBC lockout with second row of Guides Ver, the reserve drivers. Then we have the third row of an all-out American lockout with Gossau and Knock and Bolts. Those two also really impressive, seems they haven't had much confidence. Kavak and Shrengu lock out the points paying positions as we come down the start-finish straight to start. Lights out and away we go, then Juice Realm leads as they head down towards Paddock Hill Bend. All clean so far, I believe. As it goes, Juice Realm, Fridge, Vaslinkock, OTBC, Gossau, Knock and Bolts. No one's really close enough. Kavak's looking to get up there. As we have Shrengu going, getting a bit loose at the back. And then Papa gets through on someone further back. Round the outside, Kavak goes of Knock and Bolts. Kavak's up into 6th place. As at the end of the first little bit of sector, Juice Realm gets a bit shaky. And Vaslinkock's right on the back of Fridge. He's looking to make a move round on him. Not quite close enough as they go into Sterling's, I believe, and well, the top threes were already pulling away from OTBC. Shrengu and Junie battling out. Comfort Chain, did he ever spin further back? Yes, Comfort Chain's already 5 seconds off the back of Junie. He's had a big one. Down in 5th, Gossau leads what could be considered best of the rest. As OTBC's in a bit of a no man's land here, as Kavak's right on the back of him. Excuse me. Oh, as Gossau gets very shaky out of Sheen Curve, almost takes Kavak with him, but they, alas, has end the first lap. Oh, Juice Realm round the final turn. He leads further back. Vaslinkock's also got past Fridge, I would like to mention. So, after the end of the first lap, Juice Realm leads from Vaslinkock, Elusive Fridge, and then OTBC. Gossau further back. He leads Kavak, Knock and Bolts, and Masty in the battle for the lower points paying positions. But the battle for the podium, OTBC's now got himself in, and that round down into the inside of Druids. Fridge looks for a move on the fellow Porsche, Vaslinkock, and now OTBC's fancying himself a move through here. How close? He's not really close enough, OTBC, but a good consistent run could put himself on the back here of Fridge. Oh, as we save that, he runs wide out of what is that? Sterling's, I believe, here. As we go back to the battle for third, Fridge is closing up big time now onto Vaslinkock. Izzy's only half second down now as they come through clearways onto the back straight. The gap's now down to 4 tenths below 4 tenths now. He's in the slipstream. If he's close enough, he could look for a move into turn 1. Is he close enough? I don't think so. A good exit out of Paddock Hill Benvo could lead him into a good move into Druids. He's not close enough. It's only a short blast into the slowest corner on the track. Fridge goes deep there.
Definitely missed that apex.
And whilst they're battling around here, OTBC is closing up. So the more these two go side by side and threaten each other, the more OTBC benefits from this.
This is true.
And it's probably going to be the same strategy. This is going to be really helpful for the Division 1 guys to sort of get an idea of what the strategy could be. I'm always predicting a 2-stop at once every 20 minutes. But you never really know.
I'm thinking about that too.
Some people, in practice, someone also said that there is a chance for a 1-stop, I believe. If you put on some mediums and put enough fuel in, you could, if you manage your fuel well enough, there is a chance for a 1-stop. As OTBC seems to be closing down, as these two are getting very feisty and close to the back. So Fridge will have to back off, but the more Fridge has to back off, the closer he gets to Vaslinkock's bumper, the more chance OTBC gets put into that toe. As he's right inside now, he pulls out of the slipstream. He's not going to be close enough. Vaslinkock defends the inside line. As he looks to go around the outside of his fellow Porsche, he takes a very wide line, not quite close enough. And I don't think he's close enough into Druids. He looked for that move on lap 2, I believe, to try and retake second place, but Vaslinkock took off him on the first lap. Isn't quite close enough. But 7 seconds up the road from this battle is Juice Realm. He's well ahead as they head down towards Sterling's, and Papa now leaves. He was already lapped, so nothing really changes there. It goes side by side down into the back straight. Fridge tries to take an inside line as there's a bit of contact on the rear wheels there, as they bump, and well, does Fridge have the drive of that car? Does he have the better setup? Is it good in a straight line? A bit of bump on the rear wheel there. It's all good, though. We'll keep it on the track. Fridge didn't really have the boost to further back, but boost to get the speed and the whiplash. But further back, OTBC, he's getting up. He's only 8 attempts back now. He's looking to get involved in this battle for second. Fridge really pushing there as he gets 2 wheels on the grass. It's really fortunate not to spin there, as that's a really tough place, and he's pushing again, and so is OTBC. And we've got 3 cars in space for second here in the battle for the podium spots. 2 Porsches, and I don't know what that second car is. Can anyone tell what OTBC's car is? As Fridge, they go side by side. Fridge has that inside line. Vassencock hasn't had the chance to defend as he was close enough. Round the outside, Vassencock's going to try to defend round the outside as he's got the better run, and he does as he pushes Fridge a bit, and Fridge defends that spot, but OTBC is looking to go and get involved with this battle now as he's not close enough. As Fridge looks for the inside line, but OTBC, he's really flailing at the back trying to get into the battle there. Yes, it's a Toyota. It's a Supra or an FT. I think it's the Toyota Supra. Fridge goes a bit deep into Sterling's. Uphill, then downhill, down the back straight. You know what, this race needs Vanek. We've already got Spice further down as Fridge isn't close enough down the back straight into Hawthorne.
GTEL are going at each other, and Kavak's looking for a pass right now.
Or further back, yes, down the back straight. Gossau has the inside line. Kavak has to Kavak isn't close enough. And well, we'll go further up the field. Oh, Vassencock gets very shaky. OTBC gets a bit wide, and Vassencock, he's going to be really under pressure down into turn 1. Maybe even into the final turn at Clearways, and he is. Fridge has the inside line, is going to try and do it again for the 3rd lap in a row, and Fridge is through. But now Vassencock is a slipstream. Is he close enough? Will he have the better power into turn 1? He's going to tuck into that slipstream. Fridge is going to look to defend the inside line. No, he keeps it very in the middle. He knows Vassencock's not close enough. That's very good. That's very smart from Fridge. Fridge knows Vassencock's not close enough, as Kavak now further back has got past Gossau into the final turn. So 2 moves into that final turn there. Well, as we go back to the battle for 2nd place, Vassencock and Fridge side by side again. They're really battling this up, really giving us some action here in the battle of the Porsches. OTBC is really struggling to keep up with this, and the only reason why he's here is because of the battles.
So it'll be interesting to see if anybody pulls away from him or if he can hang on to the slipstream.
Well, a couple of laps ago, I was going to bring up the point that this sort of shows the problem with Brandt Hatch. It's not wide enough. You can't really have some good battles going. You can't really overtake. But these two are proving me wrong. Vassencock looks to go down the inside of Hawthorne's. That's a really ballsy place. That's not an overtaking spot, Vassencock.
Whoa.
And the Dutchman is through on the Norwegian and Fridge. Well, what a move from Vassencock. As OTBC, he's a couple of attempts off the back, and that move's really bunched them up together. But again, the only reason why OTBC is there, he seems to be struggling on pace, and the only reason why he's there is because of the slipstream. He got the slipstream due to these two battling so hard. But
that's right. That's right.
This battle also isn't helping Juice. Is not helping them. They need to be working. They need to pull itself. They need to be working together to pull back Juice Rome, but Juice Rome's so far up. They're really struggling.
Juice is gone.
Juice Rome is having a devil-like performance, and we're only 15 minutes into the race. We're a quarter of the race in.
So I suppose the next prediction is how many people does Juice end up lapping? Because I don't think it'll be everybody like it was with Devil.
Well, Devil lapped everyone twice. Well, I'd also like to bring your attention to the tyre wear. Vassencock. Because Vassencock's been so much further ahead, Vassencock's not had anyone in front of him most of this race. His tyres are suffering a lot more than Fridge. Speaking of Fridge, tries to go for a move, not quite close enough. But he's right on the back, bit of bump drafting going on, trying to pull away from OTBC, and you don't really need help there. He's not really had the pace to keep up with you two. Down the back straight then. Down towards Hawthorne's. Is Fridge going to look for the move which Vassencock did on him a lap prior? There's a bit of a tap, but Vassencock keeps on the track, and Fridge rightly so backs off, but OTBC, he's going to look for a move now further back. Is he close enough? No, he's fallen back there. He's made a mistake somewhere, and we get a bit of a break. Prematurely. We have a premature break.
Well,
but
I've been
Fridge...
going through the grid. We've got Masty and Frigu. Frigu has passed Masty. So Masty is now out of the
Fridge
point
pits.
for the time being.
No, Juice Realm pits.
Juice pits.
Juice Realm pits and Fridge pits. Vasilinkov
And
then goes
Fridge.
into the lead. Well, that's
OTBC
interesting.
in
Because I was
second.
gonna say, Fridge is
he's
trying to
sweeping-
undercut him. I was gonna say,
And-
right,
Yeah.
Fridge in that group of three had the most fuel, had the best tyre wear. Vasilinkok's tyres compared to him were fucked. And OTBC, he's really low on fuel. I don't know about his tyres.
Okay.
His tyres aren't that bad, but he's really low on fuel.
Well, Fridge may have just wanted to get himself out of the battle. And
OTBC,
getting
yeah,
close
he's
to
right on the back of him
Vasilinkov.
now. Well,
Ooh.
Fridge pitting has now allowed OTBC to get a lot closer, and he could have challenged for the lead at this point. As you only see coming through turn 1, they're only 3 seconds back, I believe, on this battle, and this battle is really not going to help them. Only 3 seconds back is a little
Juice.
yeah.
Juice is right there, and he's closing that gap. So when Vaseline and OTPC have to pit, Juice's lead is going to be large.
Fresher tyres are helping, but through that first little sector, Kavak was prematurely gaining on Juice Round by a couple of tenths. But back to the front, the gap's now extending to about 9 tenths, and well, Vasilinkov, how's he going to respond? He's got a fair bit of fuel left, so he could potentially. It's going to be close. I think Fridge may have jumped him in the pits, but how's Fridge's pace looking? Because Fridge has got fresh tyres and a full tank of fuel. Vasilinkov, like I said, he out of that group of 3 had the worst tyres, but coming up now, Fridge has now got to pass Kavak. As Kavak, oh, he spins him!
Contact.
Oh, and
no.
Fridge lets him continue, and Fridge, that will be Fridge's podium, messed up.
He's in the pits.
Oh, it's going to be, we're going to be
OTBC's
racing on exit. Fridge has got the fresh
right
tyres
beside
and the warmer
Lucy.
tyres.
Vaseline
Fridge
almost got
would
penalty for
have a
crossing
good-
the white line.
Fridge would have a few seconds lead. Vasilinkov tries to go around the outside. Fridge is going to go down the inside. Vasilinkov leaves him the space. He's not trying to make the mistake that Kavak made. And Fridge almost goes through. Vasilinkov goes the inside on. A bit of contact as they get a bit argy-bargy into Graham Hill Bend.
Now we're right back where we were before, only
And
OTBC
Fridge-
is now in the front of these guys instead of the back.
The guy who was struggling to keep up with these two has jumped himself because Fridge could not wait a couple seconds. If Fridge waited a couple more turns, he would have got past Kavak a lot easily. Like, it would have been simple as of the tyres, like, compared to them. He's got fresh rubber.
Kavak went off.
Now Fridge goes into second place. This is where he should have been, but he decided to go and take someone out. As now racing on X, OTBC and Vasilinkov, they all meet up again. It's like a bit of a high school reunion for these 3. But the only difference is 2 of them have pitted, 1 of them hasn't. And Vasilinkov now finds himself in a position for second, as he's undercutted OTBC. And well,
Be interesting to see what Juice does with his lead now, because he's got time to pit and potentially still come out ahead of everybody.
he could have a wank. He could. He's got a
Why not?
30-second lead. Most lads only take about 5 seconds. He could. And,
Yeah.
well, Fridge is really hoping that Vasilinkov closes the gap to OTBC, but I think OTBC, the fresher rubber, having the fresher rubber and Fridge in front of him has allowed it. So Vasilinkov, with OTBC also having slipstream, Vasilinkov slipstream, it's not as effective.
Okay.
As Vasilinkov hasn't got to punch the hole in the air for OTBC doesn't have to punch the hole in the air for Vasilinkov. As Fridge is technically doing it, and OTBC is going thank you and just making sure the gap doesn't close.
That's right. And he can just be patient because Lucid Fridge is going to have to pit. So if I was OTPC, I might be a bit more worried about Vasilinkov than I would about whether I passed Fridge or not.
I'll point out Dana, I'd put of a chat bold view to assume lads last 5 seconds, some can't even last that long. We're all sim racers, we can't even get a hard on.
I can
we are
neither
bad
confirm nor
people.
deny that statement, my friend.
We'll just ask Phil. Oh, no, I'm kidding. We all love Phil. Well, as we're approaching the 3/4 mark, 15 minutes to go. OTBC is now closing down the back straight onto Elusive Fridge. Elusive Fridge still has another pit stop to go. He's not going to last that long. Let's have a look. Let's check in on him. Yeah, he's red light. Red light. Tyres are fucked. As Juice Realm does take the advice of pitting.
Why not?
And he's going to
Won't
chill.
have to spend much time getting fuel either.
I was going to say we could ask your ex-Phil. As Junie parks on side, letting everyone past. Junie gets a bit shook there. And well, Fridge, he will be pitting this lap. His tyres are screwed, and OTBC's really helped there. But only 7 tenths back now. OTBC and Vaslincock's going to give us something to, well, we're going to have a bit of a deja vu maybe in round 1. Round 1 seems to have this sort of effect. Casey, do you want to talk us through this? You've been in this situation before.
Yeah. Dino Rod and I battling for quite a few laps in Suzuka.
It was like the last 5 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, about the last 5 minutes, and on the last lap, he got me for the podium.
The only difference is a guy with the fresher tyres is ahead instead of Dino Rod being behind.
Yeah.
Tim knows about getting a podium due to a spinner. Tim knows about that.
It's kind of bittersweet, to be honest. I think Heavyhead was having an excellent race. And,
Heavyhead, well, this is a good track for Heavyhead, and you've been saying you're not really confident on this track, but in Div 1 we've got a new racer, Santos. He's racing.
But I think Santos might be more competition for Devil than he will for anybody
Oh,
else.
OTBC runs a bit wide. Well, it's a podium spot taken up no matter what, no matter who's battling, as Kavik now refuels with 14 minutes to go. As Dino Rod says, he's never lost his virginity because he never loses unless the guy's Devil. He didn't say the Devil bit, but I'm adding it because no one can beat Devil so far. Although in practice, spoiler alert, Santos has set the fastest time out of anyone by 4 thousandths. He's faster than Devil. 4 thousandths. Qualifying for tomorrow is going to look exciting as...
Wow.
What time did he set?
Oh god, a 1:21.969.
Oh.
And then, well, OTBC goes fastest in first sector, as he's pulling out a bit from Vaslincock, and Vaslincock gets a penalty. He's on edge, he's trying to push limits, and no, he's paid the price of cutting the corner. That's a half-second slowdown. He'll have to serve some time through the lap, or through the forthcoming laps as well. He takes it down the back straight, and now he's falling out of the slipstream. That's not really the best spot to do it, as Kavik, you're gonna hope Kavik gives you a bit of a push, but Kavik's not close enough for that. Poor choice of pit. Yes, he's only got 3 turns to go, and they're probably 3 of the trickiest on this track. No discredit, well, the whole track's tricky. Brands Hatch is a pain as Juice Realm gets very shaky, but he's got 1 more turn to go, and he will be a GTEL race winner. Fun fact, he's only the 2nd ever person to win a GTEL competition, unless you count Dino Rod's GT4 efforts. But Juice Realm out the final turn, onto the main straight, he's weaving a bit. Gossau is enjoying that as well. Across the line, Juice Realm wins round 1. And OTBC, he's had a stunning performance in that Toyota. Started 4th, he's up to 2nd. And then Magic Master, he will bag 8th. And then round the final turn, Vaslincock, he will round out the podium with 3rd. He started 3rd, finishes 3rd. And that is a solid performance from him. Elusive Fridge, he will take 4th, and Knock and Bolt as well. It's all done and sorted then for the rest of them.